All right, fellas. What does it take to win? So you give a motherfucker an opportunity to make some money. Now you don't do it because you're a nice guy. You do it because this motherfucker has sold you on a few ideas he has that you like. So you hook up with him and things get to roll. I know what it takes for me to roll. Now I'm taking for granted since this motherfucker done sold me some shit on some shit that I gotta make investments for. But he's swearing he can do the shit. We get to rolling. Fuck it. It looks good to me because I definitely can do what I'm saying. And if he can do what he's saying, we in. But the cold part about it is how strong that if is. I mean, if he can do what he's saying, we can roll. I don't really like that. But I mean, you gotta fucking take a chance. So as time go on, things keep happening to show this motherfucker, not to show him, but when it happens, he's supposed to handle this shit. Now the excuses are coming left and right, and slowly you realize this motherfucker don't know shit. Motherfuckers just like all these dudes today. The internet got this motherfucker and the rest of you motherfuckers so fucked up that you think you can do the shit that IT motherfuckers do. So I trusted this fool because of what he was saying. And my computer got fucked up. Now, with his knowledge, not only should my computer not be fucked up, but what fucked it up, he was supposed to catch. And I had to spend a gang of money to undo the shit that this motherfucker did. Now, what I'm talking about is what does it take to win? It takes an idea. It takes you being the motivator of that idea. It takes you having all the tools to get that idea to where it should be, or you are at least willing to get all the tools. And what you need most to win is direction, not being a procrastinator and shit. Now, of course, I tried contacting this nigga and he wasn't returning my calls, so I guess he thought I was going to, wait until the motherfucker returned from Jupiter. But, I mean, I didn't do that. The moral of this story is most motherfuckers who say they know shit today have only looked on the internet and they read some shit and they probably did whatever some of the shit they read on their own computer. They don't really know shit and will swear it's something you're doing. That's where I win at Sidewalk University. That's where you win at Sidewalk University. You learn shit there. I don't blow smoke up your goddamn ass and call it a day. I take you through the rigors of learning how to think on your feet. By the way, what the fuck are you waiting on? In a week, I'm in the last month of the semester. And there are plenty openings for the next class. The thing is, I ain't gonna lose. I just ain't. I saw this shit coming many months ago and started going hard on my new idea, like I used to do. Uh, bras. I used to do it to bras because it would make them break under the pressure and they leave. See, I knew you don't fire her, bitch. You pimp her ass away. Needless to say, this new concept I had stood up under the checks and balances I have in my life. It's now the way I'm running my school. I'm just saying, a motherfucker's gonna do what they say they can do, or they gonna wish they never fucked with me. With this internet knowledge. See, I learned what I needed, which helped me, but I ain't carrying a full grown ass nigga. You niggas need to grow up, which means moving out of your mama's house. And if you stay, you can't complain about how she got you living. Because you don't supposed to be living there. You just don't have no business being there at 50. You dudes take a room in mom's house and stay. Man, in our house, there were so many kids, we only had 4 bedrooms. But when the one in the front bedroom left, moved out, somebody moved in his motherfucking room and wasn't planning on moving out. If the nigga came back, it wasn't his room no more. The motherfucker might have had to sleep in the garage. and you be, the 50-year-old motherfuckers be talking about they staying, to help out moms around the house. Now think about it. If you had the money, I wonder if you wanted something for your car, would you get it? Now it seems as if you would, but I'm noticing so many of you motherfuckers wanting to be comfy, talking to women, and you can't even talk to me without stammering. Then you say you want to be live like me. When it comes to being yourself around women. I guess a car means more to you than looking in the mirror does. Seems like you would understand if you wanted something for you or your car, you would go get it. If you would stop procrastinating and sacrifice the precious few $100s you might have to sacrifice on improving your chances at using your conversation with women, you wouldn't motherfucking be getting ripped off by these fake motherfuckers around here on the internet. Selling you 3 versions of the same thing. 1.0 fucking with me is for recognizing and building confidence through being, well, you got to get it to find out what to do. 2.0 is an entirely different ball game. 2.0 is about what to do with the new knowledge and how to use it. And the first thing we do at this point, well, you got to get that 2.0 too. Then there's 3.0. Well, you need to enroll in Sidewalk University to see for yourself what all those dudes are talking about. This stuff is real. And the results you get will be real. I recently made 71 years old. I remember when I was 19 or 20 and I would see those 60 plus year old motherfucking dudes, and they looked as if they had one foot in the grave and the other foot on a banana peel. They were bent over and walking slow as if they could barely make it. I'm 71 and I have not slowed down my pace of walking yet. I find myself speeding across the crosswalk. I think God has given me an opportunity to grow old respectfully and gracefully. Long as I do what I should do in life, my life will continue. I don't plan on checking out anytime soon. So on the 21st of every November, every year, I'll have a toast with me to my years of faith in this doggone abba I have. My last birthday was on a Friday, and a few days before I set a time and tossed some back. And I've been doing my thing with Sidewalk University. And I've discovered a lot of you guys, probably most of you motherfuckers, already have the tools you need to be more confident. Sadly, most of you are missing the instructions on using these tools. What good is a hammer if you don't know how to hit a fucking nail flush on the top, on his head? All tools are made to be used in an optimal manner. Now, the tools you have within yourself have been subdued in the so-called men of today are food into following or thinking about how manliness has disappeared. Today, you need to think about all kinds of shit if you want to successfully use your masculine wiles on women. Those tools have been identified by society, and society has banned. So the force is against you. The force is society's belief that men who show their manhood are not real men. Society would have you believe only the men who forfeit their nuts for the sake of making women comfortable around them are men. I discard that notion for the notion women like men who show they are men. Otherwise, if you meet a woman and you're afraid to be macho, you got a problem. Macho is not negative unless you use it negatively. Macho is a way for you to show how much, or show any woman you are not afraid to be a man of substance in her presence. Macho is a way for you to show any man, do not fuck with me. Macho is also a way for you to show, or at least to grow your doggone nuts. Some of you guys' nuts have shrunk so small, you've forgotten what they was for. Balls are for support in your quest to be a man. That's why you want your balls to drag the ground. How can a person be 71 years old and talk as much shit as I do? It's easy when you've spent your entire adulthood and most of your teenage years doing it. I've never been a person who, was at a loss for words or action. I lived in a time where your clothes meant hella shit, and I didn't have no motherfucking clothes. I grew up without the slick shit that make young boys think they cool. My hair wouldn't go out so I could have a natural. I had pimples all over my forehead. My family was so large we hardly ever got new shit. All hand me downs. Because of these things, I became the best shit talking motherfucker you wanted to see. I would signify on your hair, your clothes, your breath, your mama, your house, you name it, and I used it to say it. And the whole time I was doing it, I was just wishing I didn't have to. Only if I had all that shit they had. I wouldn't have had to talk so much shit. But hell, I wouldn't be me. When you talk as much shit as the combined oceans of the world have water, you are truly one shit talking dude. I talk more shit than four of the world's oceans water combined. And the reason that is only four is I don't want to gain any goddamn weight. When you have a problem and you fortunate enough to call OGs, real OGs, that's gonna give you some motherfucking guidance, you get to feel your position in the life you lead. I know so many so-called niggas with this abadabba Q who are living in the gutter these days. And they live there because they made use of pretenses to get in with the in crowd. Carla, what's up?
What's good, Rosebud? I got a question.
Come on.
All right, so have you ever, since you walk around with such confidence, you feel me? You like to talk shit. Have you ever been in a room where people have looked at you as a hater because you talk shit?
Man, I've been in all kinds of situations. People believe what they believe for whatever reason they believe it. So I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, I done been in that position. What about it?
Now, how did you manage to deflect people thinking that you some hater just because you talking shit?
I just kept talking shit and didn't give a fuck. I ain't giving a fuck about how you think. I'm saying what I'm saying because this is what I think. And if you scared of it or you gotta label it to be whatever so you can stand it, so be it. Go on and do it. I just know you can't fuck with me and I'm gonna wear you out of here. That's how you show a motherfucker shit. You don't have to do nothing. Just continue being you and keep talking the same shit you was talking and you be cool.
Just like that?
Just like that, man. Everybody have some sort of wild imagination. And in your imagination, everything is always much worse than it is until you do. Once you deal with it, you will see it ain't even what you thought it was. It could be what you thought it was, but since you thinking, you're not gonna let it be that. And the way you keep it from going any further is you don't engage whoever the fuck you talking whatever shit. You just keep talking shit. And when the motherfucker jump on it, you say, nigga, I didn't call your name, so I wasn't talking to you. But if you think it's you, then that's why you speaking. And you shut a motherfucker up with that shit. And they can't get mad because you sharp as a motherfucker when you do it. You ain't got violent. You just saying, man, I say shit that's open to any sucker. And when a motherfucker respond, he just letting people know he a sucker. Period. Now some of that shit can get you into a point where the nigga want to do something, but if you stand up and hold your nuts, man, I don't know why you want to try to fight with this goddamn thing or this goddamn game I'm spitting, man. But if you want to, bring your ass over here, man. But I don't want to fight. I want to keep rolling like I'm rolling. And I got motherfuckers in the crowd talking about, that's right, bro. I know it. And the nigga ain't gonna get to fight because he'll be in rank himself. That's how you handle it, bro.
Okay. Dang, that's all right, Rose. Pretty straightforward, man. God bless you.
It'd be cool. So, the thing is, motherfuckers be where they are because they made use of fake shit to get in. When you live in a fake world, all the results you get from it are fake. Caller, what's up?
Man, they should call you Rose Bush. a rose tree now. You far from just a bud.
Yeah, brother, but what's
What's
up?
up with you?
I'm good, man. What's up
Hey
with you?
man. Hey, I was just thinking about how much you used to tell us that, one word can mean so many different things. And I wanted to ask you, when you speaking about whatever your goal is, do you find yourself automatically putting a definition of what you're saying to somebody?
When I say something that a word, and I know a lot of people misuse it, I will explain what I'm talking about and how in my conversation this word is used. But I just expect people to believe what they believe because of what they think this or that means. That's why I tell you all the time it's important to take the time to look up these motherfucking words and stop guessing at what they mean.
Yeah.
I'll look them up in a
Oh,
minute.
that's all I do now because that's how a lot of the law givers too. They use an English word and put a different definition to it, and we don't know what the fuck they talking about.
That's
But
because
they
that's
use that
English.
same.
English is the only language where you take one word and you can get 30 definitions for it.
Wow. Hey, did you look up that? Did you look into that thing I showed you?
Well, not email, but that site.
Yeah,
I looked at it, but I
professional.
didn't get involved with it.
Oh, okay. So you see, it's there for you.
Yeah. All right,
All
man.
right.
So what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that you don't want to be a motherfucker that don't go all the way because you don't have the tools. You want to be a motherfucker that starts something with the tools you got, and you develop more tools as you pursue what you in, and you just have to believe you can do that. When you use false pretenses to get in, once you in, you keep using more bullshit, and you dig yourself deeper. And when you get exposed, you really kicked out the crew because your exposure has weakened the crew. Everything you get from being fake is fake. Those dudes who are in the gutter right now thought that fake shit they was doing would carry them as well as the real shit I was doing. Sadly, just as a lot of you motherfuckers will find out, it don't work that way. The only thing that will carry you into your later years with stellar marks of professionalism is being true to the Abadab. The kind of game that Philmo Slim, Shantae Parker, Hollywood Hots, Gorgeous Dre, the original white folks, Rosebud, Kenny Red, Doobie, and a whole bunch of other OGPs who were down and dirty for over 50 years. And if I didn't mention you, I ain't dissing you. I just, we got our respect the old way. We took our respect every time we hit the road and ended up in a city where we were strangers. We were strangers to the motherfucking city, but not to the life within it. We understood we had to go into the belly of the beast if we wanted to eat. We didn't have no motherfucking hookups in that city. Whatever hookup we gained, we took. And after taking the fruit pops, them real niggas wanted to show up and kick it. But as ordered by this Abba they didn't want to kick it with some wannabes. They wanted to kick it with real motherfuckers who knew how to come into a town and claim some shit. This Abba claims things that are not yours, but it's there for the taking. And we weren't stealing. We are taking what we want from any city we go to because we are representing this Abba Q. And we ain't afraid to take what we fucking want. Quality dominates. Quantity rules. Abba prevails. If you want either of these superior beneficial traits, then you should want a school with all of the above in it. I'm telling you, my male confidence is exclusively taught at SW, and it does for you what you can't do for yourself alone. My SW pumps you up to want shit. It makes it possible for you to see how to maneuver in a world that's afraid of real men and get what you want. Even though the fear is real, the respect you get from the displaying what you truly are, a man, will surpass any respect you have ever experienced. And their fear will become your strength. How strong are you? God damn it. Got milk? You want some fucking game? Can I help you? Do you want help? The answer is yes, 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 and hell yes. You want it all. Get at sidewalku.thinkific.com. And I'm telling you, you're going to see different. Whatever you do, just enroll. One of the first things a nigga in the streets is supposed to learn is how to rough it. It's rough without a hoe or a real hustle. But if you in the streets, you learn to manipulate all kinds of shit so you can make it until you come up. Today's niggas do not have the tenacity to do anything but sit in front of the computer and hope she gets some money to give to him. I never hoped a hoe that was with me would do anything. I knew, based on my understanding of this abba, she was coming in to pay me for the Q I represent. The joke is on you, because when that hoe chooses a real pimp, you're going to have to watch him get paid by a broad that worked with you in the junkyard. You're all fit to be city employees working on the side of the freeways, picking up car cans and trash. Because out of the 2,000 motherfuckers who call themselves pimps on my page, 1,997 of them are in the group Real Pimps and Hoes. Now that's the most demeaning group to the game there is because of the fakery they claim is abba. So in reality, there's only 3 real motherfuckers that I have as friends on my page. Go figure. That's why I don't use none of that shit no more. None. I might get on Facebook every blue moon. I was trying that Instagram shit or TikTok or whatever the fuck it was. But that's too much work for me. Any motherfucking way, I'm out. Y'all be cool. You didn't call in. I was one out. See, I be saying call in a lot. But I didn't say it today at all because I want to see if a motherfucker would call in. You guys will be playing the nigga. Call in, goddammit.